the 16%.ca and the book Through Not Around is all about opening up the conversation around infertility and sharing your stories. But there's definitely some insensitivities. There's definitely, people make a lot of faux pas when it comes to talking about this because, of course, it's a deeply personal topic. So can you tell us some things that people shouldn't say and some ways people can support people that are going through infertility issues?
Yeah, well, I asked on our Instagram account yesterday what the answers should just, like, I have my own answers, but what the answers could be for this, and got some great feedback. I think one of the things people were most like, oh, never say that, was, oh, everything happens for a reason.
Yes.
And it's like, I'm in deep personal pain because of a reason. Like, this is horrible. Like, don't say this. If you have a miscarriage, you can always have another. You were lucky to get pregnant in the first place, which is very not helpful. Oof. Yeah, not helpful at all.
I mean, I think the one thing that inevitably always comes up is sort of it's part of the plan. You know, when it's meant to happen, it'll happen. Things like that, which again, I guess kind of helps in some ways, but also, you know, it doesn't reduce the feelings at the time at all, right?
This worked for this friend of mine. Everyone's issues are different. Kind of comparing it like that, you're trying to relate and be helpful, but sometimes it just sort of makes you feel like maybe the person hasn't been doing all the things.
Something
yeah,
wrong.
yeah. Just relax. Just relax. Go and have lots of sex and just relax and enjoy yourself.
That is just bad advice in life. Never tell people to relax. It just makes it worse.
It makes it worse. It always makes it worse.
So then what are some ways in which people can be more supportive? I think that a lot of the times, as much as people are not trying to be insensitive, they're just clueless.
Yep.
So how can they show their support without sort of giving you unsolicited advice?
Yeah, I think not making assumptions. I think you know, if people have one child and then perhaps they do not have another child, making assumptions about the fact maybe they only want one kid.
Right.
A lot of people will make that assumption, and that's could be a really incorrect assumption. Or like, oh, you know, your kid is 3, like you better get on that. And like, how do you don't know that they've already been trying for 2 years and you just, you know, you just really hurt their feelings.
Offer just condolences as opposed to trying to sort of come up with the right thing to say, just being able to say you're sorry to hear that. And, you know, sort of continuing to be there for them wherever you can.
I think listening, if someone wants to talk to you about it, listening instead of being like, here's a fix for you, because people aren't really looking for a fix, they're just looking for an ear more than a fix, because unless you're a fertility doctor, you probably aren't going to be able to present them with a really great fix.
Absolutely.
So I think, you know, giving people space to talk about it is a really great way to be supportive. If you sort of have an inkling that something might be wrong or someone might have mentioned it, maybe say, how's that going? Like, is there anything I can do to support you? Instead of being like, here's a pile of things I know, like, which is, you know, it's an easy way to try to be helpful, but sometimes it's a little bit more harm than good.
Yes, and I think that also comes down to sort of consenting to be helped. You need to ask before you just assume.
Yeah, for sure.